I am New York.
Yes, I'm New York.
I am New York.
Yo soy Nueva York.
Sono New York.
Je suis New York.
Welcome to Diverse City, where we explore New York's eclectic enclaves, one neighborhood at a time. I'm Zyphus Lebrun. This month, we're coming to you from an area in Brooklyn known as Little Haiti, as we mark the 10th anniversary of the massive earthquake that devastated the Caribbean country for which the area is named.
The neighborhood is defined as the area roughly within East 16th Street, Parkside Avenue, Brooklyn Avenue, Avenue H, and along Church Avenue between 16th Street and Albany Avenue.
It's estimated that Brooklyn has about 50,000 Haitian-born residents clustered near the Flatbush area. They are part of the diaspora that continue to be the lifeblood of that beleaguered nation.
Haiti. It's a nation of historic accomplishments. The first black republic. The first country in the Americas to abolish slavery. But it's also a country of ongoing political turmoil and crippling poverty. Haunted by dictatorships and hit by devastating natural disasters. Haiti shares an island with the Dominican Republic and a complicated political history with the United States, home to much of the Haitian diaspora. New York has the second largest population of Haitians in the U.S. after Miami. Throughout its history, Haiti has faced one political crisis after another. Presidents are overthrown or assassinated. U.S. forces occupied the country for nearly 20 years in the first half of the last century. In the early 1990s, after the fall of the 30-year dictatorships of father and son duo François and Jean-Claude Duvalier, Haiti began a democratic experiment. Jean-Bertrand Aristide, a popular former Catholic priest, was elected president. His subsequent ouster resulted in U.S. soldiers landing in Haiti again. Today, the country remains mired in crime and corruption. Many are hoping that Haitians overseas, estimated at 3 million people, can leverage their relative wealth to help develop the economy and force accountable governance.
On this episode, after shocks, Haitians still struggling to rebuild find their country under siege. Even money, how Haitians overseas are keeping the economy at home limping along. And political pioneers, Haitian American women coming into political power in New York. Those stories and more coming up on our special edition of Diverse City. Things have calmed down in Haiti lately, but for months, the country was paralyzed by widespread protest. Gary Pierre traveled to the capital, Port-au-Prince, to report on the state of the country 10 years after an earthquake virtually destroyed that city and caused thousands of deaths.
A year before an earthquake with a magnitude of 7.0 flattened Haiti, Rachel Viard left Atlanta and returned to her homeland, optimistic that better days were ahead in her politically troubled old country. 10 years later, Viard's optimism has turned into despair and dashed hopes after a natural disaster gave way to a man-made debacle.
We've definitely moved back. In the past 3-4 months, we've moved back 5, 6, 7 years. The expectation was that Haiti was open for business and that, we had the chance to really regroup and rebuild from the ground up. We faced something out of our control that devastated the country, but now we had the control back in our hands to do something, to change, to rebuild, to come together. And there was that spirit of community. There was that spirit of, we're going to do the work at first. After the earthquake, there was a true sense of okay, everything's going to get better.
They haven't. Haiti has been paralyzed by bursts of large violent uprisings. For the last 2 years, protesters have been demanding that President Jovenel Moïse resigns, accusing him of corruption and mismanagement. Viard, a journalist and event planner, is wondering, how did the country get here?
As far as these past few weeks, months, has been the unknown, the challenge of facing the unknown about what your days look like, how bad things get um, in your surrounding neighborhood, in your area, trying to get to work, go to the market, to find gas and necessities. It's becoming harder.
One of the people behind the recent protests is Basil Amory. Amory is a spokesperson for a political organization called Movement of National Volunteers. He says that President Moïse must resign because he is ill-equipped to solve Haiti's intractable problems. He added that Haiti's entire governmental structure needs to be reorganized.
Li pat komanse avec Jovenel. Jovenel pas seul problème nan, mais c'est Jovenel qui a la tête problème nan, c'est-à-dire faut que c'est monsieur nous rationner avant. Nous besoin d'un système de déconcentré, c'est-à-dire déconcentré, décentralisé, tel que pourquoi pas Haïti pas un gouverneur même avec les États-Unis. Nous avons 10 départements. Chaque département a un gouverneur et puis laisse ça dans le budget national nous. Si nous avons une quantité de milliards, chaque département est indépendant de propre budget pour une compétition avec l'autre et puis nous sortir dans la crise. C'est très facile. C'est simple que ça. C'est nèg yo pas une bonne volonté.
While Amory and his organization have been able to rally some people to their cause, it's rattled many more. People like Melinda Dominic. Dominic is an entrepreneur and a student at Quisqueya University. She says that things have gotten so bad that there have been no classes and customers have stopped coming to her store.
We're destroying the country like on our names, and it's not fair, it's not right. Because at the end of the day, we would have to rebuild everything, and we don't have that kind of resources because we already don't have anything. So why do they have to try to destroy everything we have left? It is not fair to us. It is not fair to the future of this country.
Mark Alain Bosico shares that sentiment. He was fresh out of college in 2010, working at the World Bank on Haiti projects when the earthquake happened. He didn't get home until 2 days later because he had to walk miles through debris, taking occasional breaks.
For a long time, I could not feel comfortable inside any closed space. And it's crazy how people got reaccustomed to closed space kind of like years after years, kind of like Haitian forgot about what happened. What was really sad is the fact that, goods and services could not be restored immediately. So a lot of people had to improvise.
2 years ago, Bosico founded Bange, the first tech incubator and co-sharing space in Haiti. The building was looted several times during the protest. Computers, desks, and light fixtures were taken. He has built it back.
What's happening in Haiti right now is not good for the image of the country, but at the same time, you need to look deeper, right? This is the result of years of inequality reaching a summum. So it's actually a very complicated situation for entrepreneurs to be in, because when you're an entrepreneur, you have to keep a positive mindset. No matter what the setbacks are, you stand up next day and you say, hey, we're building, we're continuing.
The United States is offering our full assistance.
The earthquake touched the world's heart. Individuals donated millions of dollars and governments pledged more. However, most of it never reached Haiti, and the amount that did was misspent or mismanaged. It lasted just 35 seconds, but its damages are still felt today and will linger for years to come. Through it all, Viard has tried to remain hopeful.
Haiti has a history of rebuilding itself. And I think that if there are people who really have vision for Haiti and are willing to put in the work and see things through, not get frustrated, not leave when the going gets tough, then I think that things will change.
For DiverseCITY, I'm Gary Pierre.
Haitian Americans continue to support family members back home by sending money and much-needed goods. As Susan Junn reports, these remittances are sustaining Haiti's economy.
Twice a month, Magdalene Casimir Jean-Louis sends money to her family in Haiti. Although she's lived most of her life in the U.S., Jean-Louis still feels compelled to support her family back in her homeland.
As many years I've been here, I have always supported my family in Haiti due to the fact that they do not have the resources, and most of them, they can't find work. They are not working. And they live from day to day hoping where they'll get their meal from. So I feel the need to help.
Jean-Louis is among the vast number of Haitians living abroad who send remittances, or money and goods, to family members. They use money wire services like Western Union and large cardboard or plastic barrels to send goods back home.
Remittances are extremely important to the extent that they are sustaining the country at a $2 billion a year level, approximately.
Jocelyn McCalla is the advocacy coordinator for Haitian Americans United for Progress, HOPE for short. McCalla says remittances are a lifeline for Haitians who live in the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. Plagued by political instability and crippling civil unrest, Haitians are still suffering a decade after the devastating 2010 earthquake. According to the World Bank, remittances accounted for 32% of Haiti's gross domestic product in 2018.
Some of them send cars and trucks to Haiti, or send money to set up a grocery store or school supplies.
Support no one denies is greatly needed, but some say simply helps Haitians to survive but not thrive.
It creates dependency on the part of Haitians, to the extent that either the cash transferred or the goods and services transferred do not result in improving the people's life or creating opportunities to broaden the market in the country.
Money, McCalla says, might be better spent by directly investing in Haiti's economy through real estate and retirement, bringing back money to the local economy and skills to a workforce that's been depleted.
Their expertise and their skills, their energy is not fully utilized. There are no jobs for them. There are few jobs existing. Then they look at migrating.
McCalla says Haitians at home and abroad should focus on investing in the reshaping of Haiti's economy.
There are opportunities existing that might, in fact, transform the Haitian communities abroad into much more powerful communities that could be championing Haiti in a manner that is much more comprehensive. Haiti and the Haitians living abroad have not come to terms with how to do that.
In the meantime, remittances account for double the combined value of Haitian exports and foreign direct investment, according to U.S. government statistics. A burden on families abroad sending the aid. In Jean-Louis' case, she says she doesn't view it as a burden, but more of a Band-Aid that's simply covering a wound.
And sending money helped them somewhat, but having something that you could rely on monthly or every other week would be better.
For DiverseCITY, I'm Susan Junn.
The Haitian diaspora doesn't only send goods and money back home. Many Haitian Americans are actively involved by giving their time. Producer Magali Laguerre-Wilkinson met one woman who survived the quake yet suffered unimaginable loss. She has that story of continued recovery and resilience.
As a nurse practitioner with a focus on women's health at Interfaith Medical Center in Brooklyn, Elsie Rafael Altima has traveled to Haiti frequently with a group called Caribbean Medical Mission, providing health care to the poorest of the poor. Her visit in 2010 would be both personal and professional, because she was also there to set up Caribbean Medical Mission's upcoming February trip. Then the unthinkable happened.
I was in charge to find a hotel and set up everything for them, pick a place for the mission. And that was also my responsibility. So I was actually by Wahoo Bay, one hotel by the beach, and I was coming out of the hotel when the earthquake happened. I didn't believe it was something big. And I pick up my phone trying to reach my sister to ask her if she felt the earthquake, because where I am, there is an earthquake. The earth was shaking. And she did not pick up her phone, and I was kind of annoyed that she was not picking up. So I called everybody at that house, and no one was picking up.
During a harrowing drive back to the capital, Port-au-Prince, Altima entered an apocalyptic scene. And when she reached home,
the house where my mom was staying, to the left was down, and to the right, my sister's house also was down, and they were all under. So at that point, I realized that I lost 4 people. My mother, my sister, who was a physician, my niece, who was also a physician, my little girl that I adopted at age 1.5. She was 4 at the time. My sister was like my twin sister. We do everything together with the same books. And she went into medicine, and I went into nursing. I had a very good relationship with my mother. My niece looked up to me, tell me all her secrets, and my little girl was a joy to lose all that. And I had to learn to be strong and to just dedicate my life to help other people.
Which is why she goes back to Haiti regularly with Caribbean Medical Mission, a U.S.-based nonprofit organization that provides accessible health services in Haiti and the rest of the West Indies, as well as some African countries.
There's a joy in helping. So when I go there, I do feel good helping. Even if it makes a difference to one person, it is worth it. And I look forward to go and help in any capacity that I can.
According to the World Health Organization, Haiti ranks last in the Western Hemisphere in terms of national health care spending, which is why the need for volunteer health organizations is very high. In 2018, an estimated 65 births out of 1,000 didn't see their 5th birthday. Haiti's already fragile healthcare system worsened after the earthquake. Most healthcare facilities were destroyed, including the health ministry. Then a cholera epidemic struck the country, followed by the devastation of Hurricane Matthew in 2016. Yet, despite those disasters and ongoing political turmoil, helping Haiti and Haitians is Altima's mission.
There's still huge need. And because of the past political situation in Haiti, things have not improved that much. There's still a lot to do.
What is the most common thing that you see when you're there?
In Haiti?
Yeah.
People are very worried. They have ulcers, lots of infections, high blood pressure, diabetes. But after the earthquake, we were amazed because we thought that most of they will need mental care, and we had a lot of Ativan and Xanax to give out to people, thinking that they wouldn't be able to sleep, and they did refuse the medication. It comes from the pride, thinking that they need to go on their own, and whatever issues they have, they need to fix it.
Altima is among the hundreds of healthcare workers from the Haitian diaspora who go back to provide necessary medical care in a country with very few resources, particularly in rural parts.
We go to different areas, and we set up clinics at a church. We did that the last time. And the last one time we did, we had to set up by a river. We set up tents, and we were seeing thousands of patients. We had 35 healthcare providers coming from New York and New Jersey to provide care.
While no one would blame Altima for turning her back on a country that took so much from her, she doesn't see it that way.
Haiti has much to give. It is my country. This is the motherland. Haiti has a lot to live, and I do have a lot of hope for Haiti. And I'm still willing to help Haiti.
Finally, in the past decade, a number of first and second generation Haitian American women have been elected to city and statewide office in New York. I spoke to one of these recently elected officials, as well as an expert on Haitian migration patterns, to find out what started this trend.
A career like politics has always been dominated by men. And here's an opportunity for women to stand up, because we're known to be at home to take care of the children. Here's an opportunity for us to lead.
New York City Council member Farrah Lewis is one of a number of Haitian American women who have been elected to political office in New York over the past decade. She represents Brooklyn's 45th district, which includes a sizable portion of Little Haiti.
I decided to run because I realized there was no one like me in the race, someone that already worked in the office, someone that knew the community, all aspects, all ethnicities in the community. So I ran to represent a community that I felt was very diverse. And when I did win, I realized people really did want me to be here.
This trend of Haitian American women successfully running for office did not begin in New York.
I think it started in Boston because for some reason, Boston became more liberal in allowing Haitian Americans to run for office.
Francois Pierre-Louis is a professor of political science at Queen's College. He follows the migration patterns of Haitians as they immigrate to the U.S. He says that New York's unique political landscape used to make it very difficult for outsiders to enter.
The politics of New York is quite different than Boston. New York, you have what you call the machine politics, right? If the party doesn't allow you in, you cannot get in. If the unions don't allow you in, you don't get in.
But that all began to change, Professor Pierre-Louis says, when New York City's former mayor, David Dinkins, took office, and New York's Democratic Party had to accommodate the growing number of Haitians coming of age in the United States.
A lot of Haitians who did not want to become citizens in the 1980s because they thought they were going back to Haiti to live there, but their children were not going back. So they were born here. They understood the system. They understood that you have to lobby, you have to make your voice heard if you wanted something. So they began to register for political parties, and then that's when they began to run, and it changed the whole dynamic.
However, Councilmember Lewis credits a more personal connection for her political ambitions.
My mom is my biggest inspiration. She came here in the early 70s and made a way for herself. She got a college degree. She started to have children, but for her, she saw a lot of Haitians underrepresented, and that's when she decided to get organized. I'd never seen a woman, besides Shirley Chisholm, really stand up for people. And for me, being a young woman and being in politics, I feel like someone like Shirley Chisholm did pave the way for someone like me, because I've never seen a Haitian woman in politics except for Assemblymember Rodney's Bichot.
Assemblymember Bichot is one of 5 Haitian Americans elected to New York State Assembly since 2012. She rode a wave that Professor Pierre-Louis attributes to a change in guard at the local level.
De Blasio coming in and opening doors for other people in the system. That was one thing that was happening. The climate change from being a Republican, Giuliani and Bloomberg, to de Blasio. And secondly, what happened also is that when you look at the population, the Haitian Americans in New York, they've gotten more sophisticated.
It's that sophistication that's prompting more Haitians to see the U.S. as their long-term homes, rather than just a way station before going back.
I think Haitians are affirming themselves, which is interesting, which is good. And I think that by being active also, and they're assimilating differently in the sense that they're no longer looking at Haiti only as the place they should be. They can play a role in the U.S. And I think the more they play a role here, the better it will be for Haiti.
This is all part of an underlying effort to change the negative stereotypes that have been associated with Haitians for years.
Years ago, a lot of Haitian Americans were not proud to say they were Haitians because of the association to HIV, AIDS, and other bad things. But beginning in the 1990s, with all these JPP being, playing football, and you have all these other great athletes that are Haitian Americans, and then you have, Fugees and Wycliffe. So you begin to have this empowerment and feeling, this is my country too. I can be whatever I want to be, and I don't have to be shy to say I am Haitian. Yes, my parents came from Haiti, but that doesn't define who I am in New York City or in America.
My goal is to change that narrative that's been around for so many years. And I'm not the only one. I look at all the Haitian Americans that are in politics right now. We do everything collaboratively. There's 5 on the state level, and myself and Councilmember Matthew Eugene. So we're always trying to create a space to show that we are one, and that we are not what the media says we are. We are not what the naysayers say we are. We are what you see in front of you today. Leaders that are strong and want to create change in their community. So it's bigger than us being Haitian. We just want to be seen. We want to be heard, and we want to partner.
That's our special look at Haiti on the 10th anniversary of the catastrophic earthquake that rocked that country. Thanks for staying tuned. We'll be on hiatus in February, but we'll return in March with more stories from the city's eclectic enclaves. Till then, step outside and enjoy our diverse city.